Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I was thinking about one day how people speak of Trump's Twitter account. Often he's on it, and they were giving some credit to the amount of letters that you have access to use. And I thought about that. I thought about I'm perhaps doing as many videos as he is tweets. And these videos are a lot longer than that. I just hope that you're not getting tired of what I'm saying. I understand that you just might, but there will be a time that could be good. I had this thought in my mind, thinking about what we go through every day. And I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, that whether we know it or not, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, God is always prevalent in every situation. Some people say, well, why are all of these things going on? And where's this God that everybody talks about? Well, God is still God. And let me kind of help you focus a little bit, since I know you don't get that much spiritual guidance. For instance, God wants the world for each and every last one of us. But we got choice. We can accept it or reject it. And he's not going to do any more to us to force us to choose the right path than what he has already decreed. That is, specifically, that you shall reap what you sow. You're going to reap what you sow. Now, when you start doing that and you got some kind of heart, your conscience might start speaking to you. It might kind of help guide you back to somewhere over there where it's a little bit more solid. But if you don't, you won't. And the truth of the matter is, we must never forget that you and I are expressions of another's design. I didn't make me, you didn't make you. I didn't bring myself here, you didn't bring yourself here. The resources needed for our survival, we didn't create them, they are here. And everybody look like us, walk like us, talk like us, maybe different languages, have the same necessities for survival. And this earth has it in abundance. The whole secret is that it was made for all of us. And the only way we can have peace and prosperity and joy that way is that each of us contribute our gifts directly in, when I say directly, I'm talking about whatever it is that you do. Whatever it is, however small you think it is, however in the middle you think it is, however big you think it is essential. It is you. Not only that, with that, you have a responsibility. And you're not going to find any true happiness and any real joy doing anything else. You might try. It might last for a moment. But the everlasting joy comes when you're doing what you were created to do. And once you start doing that, all of those things have been designed. They're put together. So out of that process, that means you engaged in careers of your choosing. Some people might want to call it jobs. And you're not worried about wages because there is no wage that can pay this. Only thing comes from this is you. You engage your gifts. And that's what you do, my friend. Each of you do that. And let me explain to you what your indirect benefits are. Because you wash dishes for some who get benefits from it, you are entitled to anything out in society you want. What does that mean? That means food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, travel, vacations, the things that you dream of. That's what you're entitled to. Oh, you might be an architect. That's what your gift is. And you can't be more thrilled because that's what you're doing. And what you do is absolutely necessary. It's absolutely essential. The world can never be built and beautiful like it is without that gift that you have. You listen to me while I'm talking to you. That's your direct gift. But what does that entitle you to? indirectly, because of your direct gift, it entitles you indirectly to everything out in society that you desire, want, or need. Food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, travel. You think of it. I don't know what your dream is, but you think of it, and that's it. That's the magnificence of God. Now, when I come to you, because somebody told you, that's hard. You don't have to do that. Come over here and do it my way. And you say, well, this is the way. But see, you have never in your lifetime seen the benefit of what I just explained to you. You never even dreamed of the benefit of what I explained to you. All your life, you've heard it done the way it is right now. Come over here, get a job. Come over here and work for minimum wage. You getting something? Come over here, I need your skills. I pay you more. Come over here, you have fun. You keep people blind and stuff like this. I give you millions of dollars for what you do. Just come on over here and be my friend. And everybody run, checking in droves, coming over that way. This is how you got President Trump, because he had money. Everybody who's been hurt thinking money gonna help you. Ain't nothing but deception. Now, what happens? The money, you got crime, you got violence, you got wars, you got terrorism, you got every crazy thing you can think of. You got the tsunamis, you got the floods, you got the boulders coming down off mountains, you got mud going into the communities, tearing up havoc, everything. Not a bomb drop, not a bullet fired, it's just hell breaking loose. And you say, why don't God stop it? My friends, I'm going to tell you why. It is your actions. You shall reap what you sow. You shall reap what you sow. These are the fruits of your actions. I can't come to you and tell you that if you want something better, you got to commit to something better. If I'm going to turn around and accept what you do, more specifically, if I tell you that this system will never do anything but deny peace and prosperity and joy, if I tell you that, and if I mean that, and the next time you see me out there hustling my ass up, well, that is what came out, so it must be what I meant. Doing the same thing I'm condemning you for, how can I say I represent God? I say if you want God's will on earth as it is in heaven, then darn it, you put your hands and make it happen. You ain't getting nothing but headaches, dying, going crazy, messing with the system. You know the system as corrupt as it could possibly be. So what do you think God is for? To make it comfortable for you in the system? Look, my friends, look at your mega churches. You can see, look how your leaders live in luxury, money, fame, and all this kind of stuff. Do you think that that's God? And you are hurting? And he's teaching you about God, talking about one day while he gets his every day. Is he more godly than you? He must be, but he's not. You've been tricked. They come out there with those pretty suits on, looking like money. And when you look at them, all you can see is, I wish I can get some of that. The same old attitude when the lottery is played. Ooh, let me buy this ticket. If I can just win it. If I can just win it. You know darn well you're not going to win it. But you out there in that line. If I can just win it. If I can just win it. When all you got to do is go and do the right darn thing. And all of those things that you've been hoping for. Hope is an unanswered dream. Now you can make it happen. Why? Because the spirit of it is in you. And you're not alone. You got others who have realized that if you want something better, you got to do better. And they did better. But you haven't done it yet. Now, again, before I go, I want to say to you that I'm doing these videotapes, and I'm trying to put them and get them posted. I personally don't believe that you're going to embrace what I'm telling you. You're going to take a lot of beating. You're going to have to see all kinds of hell break loose here before you wake up. You see, there are not but two places, heaven and hell. So you're either in heaven or hell. And you know you're not in heaven. So you are in hell. You're just not going through some of those things that other people in different parts of hell are going through. Now, you might don't think you're getting a blessing. You might be. But there was a time that those people, they were on top of the world. It's just a vicious cycle of evil. Don't want to turn loose. Now, let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm telling you right now, I'm not telling you with the naive idea or thought that a group of you gonna change, just gonna embrace this. What I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, can only come to one person. To one person. And who is that one person? He, who, or she, who's there. I didn't bring you there. You just need some confirmation, and I just gave it to you. I've asked the wonderful people of Minnesota who needs all kind of help to replace Al Franken's senatorial seat with me. I want to go there and represent truth. I want to go there and represent goodness for everybody in this state. I want to make sure that the things that I just got through talking about, that every Minnesotan got that. And I want you to understand that as I make those voice statements for you, I'm making them for everybody in this country. And I'm setting it up because I'm tired of this kind of living and you guys talking about God, because that's not the God I know. I'm tired of that God you're talking about, and I demand that you listen to the God I represent. You don't have to, but see, the thing about that is this. I'm ready to, just live as in heaven. I'm asking you, those of you who know where I'm coming from, when you go to those polls, write my name in. I will not be on the ballot. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm independently representing the God that I know, the God that saved my life 1,000 times, the God that I love, the God that I trust above any wife, above any mother, above any daddy. That's all I'm here for. And I want you to know that God loves you. And you turn I started to say you turn your back on him, but you never known him. Never have you known God. Never. So I leave these tapes. If I don't live long, because don't live long, maybe, just maybe. Bye-bye.